Jim Flies 2 here with a Rogers Dynasonic snare drum that we're going to repair this badly dented area where the strainer sits. It's also missing its original snares, so somebody had tied on this set of generic snare wires. Of course, they don't work on a Dynasonic because the snare gate hits higher than the head itself. So you have to use either original set or something like this. This does the same thing as the original Dynasonic snare wires did, although those were tensionable in the holder itself. This is extruded aluminum, so it's very strong and rigid. And then the snare wires are suspended across there for that wonderful parallel action. Let's see how it's going to work. But first, we'll finish taking the drum apart, and we'll show you how we do this. Okay, let's deal with these dents here. I got a dead blow hammer, shot-filled hammer. This is for a school. Did pretty well, but not completely yet. So we take the, let's see, where's my block? There it is. I got a cork covered block here. Rawhide. Rawhide. Let's see here. I'm going to take a dent hammer for brass work, trumpet and trombone work. Take this. It's like a body dolly for doing work on automobiles. I think that's going to work. I've also got this. Not too deep. Not too deep, but a little. There's a lot of ways you can do this. You could take a 2x4 and shape a piece of wood. That'll work. They do a lot of brass instrument work, so these are just some of the transferable skills. And that applies to pretty much anything. Let's try this again. I don't want this to get too long. We'll come back here. when this got dropped on the strainer, this would not move. It wouldn't move back and forth at all. This slide clam cam had gotten pretty bent this way toward the lever. So I clamped it in a vise with leather, and then I put a drift punch on it and just hit it with the rawhide mallet, hitting that drift, and that straightened this right out. So that's working perfectly again. So I'm going to mount this up and get the lug casings back on, and then I'll put the heads on and see where we're at. Nicely bent tension rod here. Put this in the lathe right up to where it starts to bend. See that? Pretty close. Close enough. And so it is installed, the active snare system by Rhythm Tech. Basically mimics the idea of the parallel action of the original Rogers system for their snare. Now, it's not exactly the same because the snare wires themselves aren't tensionable, but all in all it does the same thing. And to me it sounds just like a Rogers Dynasonic. Sounds like all of them that I've ever worked on. To be honest with you, I love Rogers drums. I think they're great. I've not been a huge fan of the Dynasonic. I know that's anathema to some people, but I've just been a Ludwig snare guy. I just like the way Ludwigs feel. I like the way they sound, and but yeah, this is a nice drum. Gotta admit, chrome over brass. The serial number is D716888. So does that mean Dayton? Help me out here. Could be. I don't know. But this is for a middle school band. So here's the deal. Is this a full restoration? No. Could it be done to a much higher standard? Yes, it certainly could be. And if it were mine and it was a collector thing that I was going to be selling, I would seek out and buy a new proper set of snare system for the Dynasonic. But we're talking middle school band. I had to shoot them a quote to repair this, and it had to fit their budget. So, you know, for $35 or so, you can get one of these if you can find them. I think I found the last one out there. That was tough. Had to do some dent work. I replaced the bottom head. The top head was in good shape. It wasn't bagged out. So when I replaced it, I'm like, I'll just go with that. Did not do a bunch of cleanup on it. Did not do a lot of polishing or anything like that. Again, we had to stay within the school's budget for this repair. But now they're going to have a really nice, good quality and great sounding snare drum, and not cost them a fortune. It's got a little bit of buzz hang on that I'm not crazy about, but I found that to be kind of the case with a lot of these drums. That includes the Ludwig Super Sensitive, which I think is a mechanism. I never liked that super sensitive. They were sloppy and not that good. Superphonics, on and off, sound great. Kind of feel that way about the Dynasonic, but I know there's true die-hard Dynasonic folks out there, and I mean, no disrespect, of course. But great Snare drum, pretty cool. And it's backwards, I know. I've got this stupid camera set up the wrong way, but I'm sorry. Just hold it up to a mirror and you can see it the right way. All right. See you later.